people being released from prison.
Unapologetically You.
And then you'll get about...
And we also stream in live into TikTok. A huge welcome to everybody joining me on TikTok. I can see you. Thank you as always for your support. I'm excited for tonight's show. It is all about International Women's Day. International Women's Day is on Sunday the 8th of March, and we are here celebrating it tonight. We have some incredible women who are joining, and that's what the show's about. It's dedicated to women all around the world, and I want to share some points as to why it's really, really important to empower women, to remind women how incredible they are. And the reasons that that's so important is because when women intentionally support each other, it replaces comparison with connection. It shifts from me versus you to us together. And it dismantles that myth that another woman's success threatens yours. Collaboration expands the table. Competition shrinks it. And that's just one. A girl who sees women leading companies, running communities, supporting each other instead of tearing each other down, grows up believing that is normal. Representation reshapes possibility. When a young girl sees a woman founder, a woman scientist, a woman who owns her voice, she doesn't think, can I? She thinks, when I? And that mindset shift is generational. Empowered women are more likely to invest in education, to support community initiatives, to mentor younger people, to raise children of any gender who value equality. When women collaborate instead of compete, communities gain shared resources, collective wisdom, emotional resilience, economic growth, and that ripple becomes structural, not just personal. Many women are conditioned, subtly or directly, to view each other as rivals. There's beauty standards, it's attention, it's validation, professional opportunity. And when we choose collaboration, it's an act of healing. It says your light doesn't dim mine. When women model that mindset, younger generations do not inherit the same insecurities. They inherit solidarity. And if women consistently uplift women today, young girls grow up with higher confidence baselines. The boys grow up seeing women as leaders and collaborators. Workplaces normalise equality. Leadership pipelines become balanced. And families operate with shared power dynamics. The next generation won't have to fight for space. They'll build on a foundation already expanded. That's legacy. Competition divides energy. Collaboration compounds it. One woman alone can change her life. A network of women can change systems. Empowerment spreads through mentorship, through visibility, through opportunity sharing, through intentional praise instead of silent comparison. It becomes culture. When women rise together, confidence becomes contagious. Opportunity becomes shared. Success becomes scalable. Future generations inherit strength instead of struggle. And that changes everything. Something I just wanted to put together it gives me goosebumps. It has given me goosebumps all day. So that's what this is about today. This is about women empowering women. This is about reminding the next generation of what they're capable of, because every single woman everywhere is capable of so much. So this show, I have 3 incredible guests. I have Diana Nash, I have Leanne Catherine, and I have Fiona Ryan. Fiona's in the chat right now, actually, on TikTok. So we're going to be playing some songs. We're going to be hearing from these incredible women that are going to be talking about different areas of life that are so important. So we're going to start today because for me, it's all about the empowerment. So we're going to start, and I will be sharing information about each of these songs. Okay, there's different levels for different reasons, and I've chosen these songs because I believe the words are really, really empowering. So this first song speaks to moments when women might feel criticised, discouraged, or emotionally exhausted. It's about reminding us not to lose our sense of pride or identity. And it encourages us to stand tall despite setbacks and to remember that our value does not diminish because of external judgment or hardship. And this directly reinforces the idea that women, we possess inherent strength and dignity. And this song challenges narratives that diminish female confidence or independence. And instead, it encourages women to reclaim self-worth and see ourselves as leaders of our own lives. And it acknowledges that women face criticism, obstacles, emotional challenges. And it urges us to rise above those experiences rather than internalize them. And this message reminds women that we deserve respect and to never allow anybody to undermine our value. It's all about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you all the time. And for those that don't, here we go.
Don't tilt your crown, sis.
Don't Tilt Your Crown by China Style.
Not for pressure, not for pain, not for people who couldn't handle your shine in the first place. You're too golden to dim, too chosen to fold. Let's go. She been through storms, but she never broke. Carried whole mountains while they laughed and joked. They said she was too much, but never enough. Now she walked past them quiet, pretty and tough. Her story ain't pity, it's power wrapped in pearls. A woman with wounds that rebuilt whole worlds. You can't shade what's already healed. She the truth, no mask, no shield. You better fix your lips before you speak. She don't entertain the weak. Let them throw shade, let them talk loud. She stay lifted, never bowed. Don't tilt your crown, queen, walk tall. They praying on your fall, but you never crawl. You rise with grace, you slay with class. You the present, future, and every past. Don't tilt your crown, even on hard days. You're built for this, let them throw the shade. Still gon' shine, still gon' rain. Every loss turned into gain. She cut off silence, wrapped in fake love. Learn peace hits different when you rise above. They couldn't walk a mile in them heels she wore, but still mad she don't answer no more. She's the prayer her grandma whispered late, the legacy they swore she'd never create. And now they stare, now they watch, wishing they never threw that rock. To the woman doubting herself in the mirror, don't. You've walked through fire without smoke on your name. You've held kingdoms in your silence, so fix that crown. And don't you dare tilt it, not for nobody. Don't tilt your crown, queen, walk tall. They praying on your fall, but you never crawl. You rise with grace, you slay with class. You the present, future, and every past.
What a brilliant way to start the show. This is a special show tonight. It's International Women's Day on Sunday, and I wanted to celebrate women. I wanted to, really talk about the importance of collaboration over competition and over comparison. It's so important that women remind women how incredible they are, and this isn't about not celebrating the guys. It will celebrate you. But right now, this is about International Women's Day. We're celebrating International Women's Day today. We have 3 incredible women who are joining us, and I spoke with them and had a little bit of a chat about many different things. That each of them are incredible, and they will be on shortly. But before we do that, we've got another 3 songs, and then we have the first guest joining us. So this next song, it really is about encouraging us to recognise our potential and confidently embrace our abilities. And the message is all about emphasising that every individual has talents and capabilities that deserve to be expressed. And it highlights the idea that that personal empowerment often requires leaving behind those fears and those limiting beliefs. And it's about encouraging us to believe in ourselves and claim that space in the world and our space in the world. And this song promotes all about personal growth and self-confidence. And this message really does support, women's empowerment, because it encourages us to trust our abilities and recognise our value. And so many women face societal expectations that really discourage assertiveness or leadership. And this song challenges those ideas by urging women to step forward confidently, by reminding women that we already possess the strength and potential needed to succeed. And this is about pursuing those opportunities and those roles without hesitation. And I want to remind you that if you were to look at the things that you have worked through, been through, all of these different things, and you were to remember the skills that you've gained through that, the toolkit you have, and all of those things that you have acquired to be able to get through that, that's your toolkit. That's your toolkit. So remember, you have an incredible toolkit because you've already built it through things that you have dealt with. Never, ever forget that. This is Len Spot and Step Into Your Power.
Step into your power, feel it rise. No more hiding, no more compromise. You're the light, you're the spark, burning bright. This is your moment, this is your life. You've been waiting, holding back too long, doubting your fire, but you've been strong. Every scar, every lesson brought you here. Now's the time to crush the fear. Stand tall, no chains can hold you. Your heart's alive, the truth will show through. No turning back, it's your hour. This is your time to take back your power. Step into your power, don't look away. This is your rise, your brand new day. You're unstoppable, unshakable. Nothing can break your soul today. Step into your power, let the world see the strongest version of you and me. Step into your power, take your space. You're enough, you're bold, you're full of grace. Every voice that told you you can't, every shadow tried to block your chance, but you got dreams, a fire, a plan. It's time to lead, time to stand. Stand tall, no chains can hold you. Your heart's alive, the truth will show through. No turning back, it's your hour. This is your time to take back your power. Step into your power, don't look away. This is your rise, your brand new day. You're unstoppable, unshakable. Nothing can break your soul today. Step into your power, let the world see the strongest version of you and me. Step into your power, take your space. You're enough, you're bold, you're full of grace. No more waiting, no more doubt. Your inner voice is screaming out. Take that step, claim your throne. The power's been yours all along. Step into your power, don't look away. This is your rise, your brand new day. You're unstoppable, unshakable. Nothing can break your soul today. Step into your power, let the world see the strongest version of you and me. Step into your power, take your space. You're enough, you're bold, you're full of grace. Step into your power, let it unfold. Your story's alive, your spirit's gold. Step into your power, shine your light. This is your moment, your birthright.
More music, more variety. This is your favorite radio station. Catcher Radio.
And a huge, huge welcome. My name's Lisa King. This is Unapologetically You. and it's all about International Women's Day. Welcome to everybody who is joining me on TikTok. We are live on Dreamcatcher Radio right now from 6 until 8 p.m, celebrating International Women's Day that is on Sunday. So if you know anybody that would really benefit from hearing some really empowering songs and reminding them how absolutely incredible they are, get them on here. And if they can't watch tonight, do not panic. There is a replay on Sunday, a replay of this show on Sunday and Monday, 4 till 6 p.m. UK time, so they can watch it there. Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do, we've got 2 more songs and then we have our first guest. We've got 3 incredible women tonight. We are talking all about the importance of empowering women and, you know, just talking all about women, talking about how important it is, and some beautiful, beautiful information and songs. So the next song is from a group called Room to Breathe. And this song centres on self-love, confidence and emotional boundaries. And the song encourages us to cultivate that environment where it's positive, it's around self-worth and growth, and they're the only things around that we want. It emphasises protecting our peace and choosing situations that align with our empowerment. It's about suggesting that personal growth often requires distancing ourselves from people or situations that drain our confidence. And through that lens, this song becomes a reminder that empowerment begins with recognising our own value and prioritising our well-being. One thing to remember is that we become the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So have a look around. Have a look around the people that you have around you. Are they gossiping? Are they negative? Are they constantly moaning and stuck in victimhood? And I say that with love. Help them. Try and help them. Yes, absolutely. But if they're not willing to help themselves, there's not really much that you can do. But you need to look after your energy as well. That's really important. This song promotes that emotional independence. It teaches us that empowerment comes from that self-belief rather than external validation. And by focusing on self-love and boundaries and personal growth, this song really does encourage women to take control of their lives and create environments that nurture strength and happiness. And this song is called Queen Energy Only by Room to Breathe. Here we go.
Yeah. Listen up. This one's for the queens who rise from the ashes, healing scars and building castles, protecting peace, setting boundaries, walking in their power unapologetically. Queen energy only, no space for less. Too blessed to be stressed. Let's get it. I've been through storms, now I'm walking in the sunlight. Dark days, long nights, now I fight right. Used to hide behind smiles, pain out of sight. Now I wear my truth, draped in fearless light. Said no to the noise, no love for the fake. Released all the weight I ain't meant to take. My heart learned lessons that money can't teach. Now I soar with grace, far beyond their reach. I don't bend, don't fold, I evolve. Set my boundaries, ain't no problem to solve. If you can't respect me, I need your resolve. My peace first, watch me resolve. Queen energy only, I'm steady on my throne, yeah. Healing got me glowing, but I'm moving on my own. Peace locked down tight, I don't answer to the noise. Set my rules, hold my space, cause healing is my choice. Queen energy only, no room for the fake. Boundaries like karma, I don't break or shake, no. Rising every moment, owning all my glory. This is my kingdom, queen energy only. Talking about growth, I'm in bloom, no delay. Turn my pain to power every single day. Forgave myself, put the past away. I'm the boss of my life, here to stay. No toxic vibes, I cut them loose. Love myself first, that's my truth. From the roots of my curls to my soul's juice, I'm manifesting blessings, I'm on the move. I've been broken, I've been bruised, but every scar's a story, not a wound. I'm learning to trust my own truth. This healing process, it's my proof. Daddy told me, baby, know your value. Now I'm the CEO, steady building value. Self-care ain't selfish, it's survival. Protect your energy, avoid the rival. When they doubt, I don't shout, I just glow. Cause peace and power is all I know. From silent prayers to loud applause, I'm healing, evolving, rewriting laws. I don't bend, don't fold, I evolve. Set problem to solve. If you can't respect me, I dissolve. My peace first, watch me resolve. Queen energy only, I'm steady on my throne, yeah. Healing got me glowing, but I'm moving on my own. Peace up, down tight, I don't answer to the noise. Set my rules, hold my space, cause healing is my choice. Queen energy only, no room for the fake. Boundaries like karma, I don't break or shake. No, no. Rising every morning, owning all my glory. This is my kingdom, queen energy only. I am a queen, born to rise. Crown on my head, truth in my eyes. I protect my peace, I guard my space. Boundaries firm, I move with grace. I don't shrink, I shine, I glow. Healing in waves, I let it flow. I speak my truth, I own my name. I'm not here to please, I'm here to claim. I walk in purpose, I lead with heart. I've been through fire and that's my art. I'm soft and strong, divine by birth. My love's not cheap, I know my worth. I rise each day despite the pain, turning my scars into royal gain. I choose myself and that's okay. Queen energy only, every day. I'm worthy, I'm whole, I protect my peace like gold, My boundaries strong, my bow. I'm healing, I'm growing, Every scar's a story, I'm showing. My light keeps glowing, I'm free, I'm me, unshakable, rooted deep. My soul runs deep, I rise, I fly. Queen energy reaching the sky. No limits, no lie. Feel that heartbeat, feel that power. Crowning self-love in this final hour. Queen energy only, rise up, don't fold. Every chapter shines, every truth be told. Peace in my steps, strength in my story. Walking tall in all my glory. No more shadows, only light and meaning. Queen energy, only forever reigning. Feel it in your bones, own your crown. This is our time, let no one bring you down. Queen energy only.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds.
Dream Catcher Radio.
A huge welcome to everybody on TikTok. Welcome. We are live on Dreamcatcher Radio and we're celebrating International Women's Day. Now, if you want to send a song in, we have a pretty packed schedule, but if you do want to send one in, and I don't play it this week, I will play it another week, but if you want to send a request in, you can to you need to email lisa@dreamcatcherradio.co.uk. All right, so that's what you need to do. Send me an email. We've got one more song before our first guest, and this is from Meghan Trainor. Now, this song highlights the idea that women are capable of achieving anything they set their minds to. And it's not about relying on others to define our worth. The lyrics are about encouraging women to recognise their abilities and take pride in who we are. And it's a celebration of confidence and individuality. And it's about rejecting those stereotypes and expectations that might limit us, and instead of portraying women as passive or dependent, this song really does present us as bold, capable and fearless, and it celebrates ambition and determination, and it's about encouraging women to embrace their goals and pursue their dreams without hesitation. And it suggests that being strong and confident and unapologetically ourselves is something that we really need to be proud of. And this song really does challenge those stereotypes that suggest women should be quiet and modest or less assertive. Instead, it celebrates women who are strong, outspoken and determined to succeed. And this message really does encourage women to believe in their abilities and take pride in our accomplishments. And one thing, as you know, Leanne Catherine is in the house on TikTok. She's out get one of our guests. How cool is that? She is going to be on very soon. And solidarity amongst women, you know, that's something that I'm extremely proud about and very passionate about. And it's about supporting and uplifting each other rather than competing. And it's about celebrating achievements and the strength of women collectively. And what I like about this song, it reinforces the idea that empowerment grows when women encourage one another and recognise our shared strength. Here we go. This is the last song before our first guest. This is a Badass Woman from Meghan Trainor.
I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that. But I'm proud of that. Badass woman. Never second guess me. 'Cause baby, I'm the boss. Don't underestimate me. 'Cause I'm the one in charge. I am smarter than you give me credit for. And I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore, you can't ignore no more. I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that. But I'm proud of that. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. I'm never saying sorry for saying what's on my mind. I don't need a body to prove I'm worth your time. I am smarter than you give me credit for. And I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore, you can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Yeah. Just made like that. But I'm proud of that. Yeah. Badass woman. 'Cause I'm a badass woman. I am smarter than you give me credit for. And I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore, you can't ignore no more. I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. What's wrong with that? Can't hold me back. Yeah, I'm a badass woman. Just made like that. I'm proud of that. I'm a badass. I'm smarter than you give me credit for. And I'm way stronger than I ever been before. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore, you can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass. I'm a force of nature that you can't ignore. You can't ignore, you can't ignore no more. 'Cause I'm a badass woman.
Thank you, Meghan Trainor. What a brilliant, brilliant tune. So we are celebrating no, we're not celebrating independent. We're celebrating International Women's Day. It's because there was something on the screen that said independent. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are celebrating International Women's Day. It's on Sunday. So we are celebrating it today. And I want to remind you, when I first came on, I spoke about the reason why this is so important. I am going to do it one more time because I really feel that it's important. It's important. So when women intentionally support each other, it replaces comparison with connection. It shifts from me versus you to us together. And it dismantles that myth that another woman's success threatens our own. Collaboration expands the table. Competition shrinks it. And it's also important to remember that when a girl sees women leading companies, running communities, supporting each other instead of tearing each other down, she grows up believing that that is normal. Representation reshapes possibility. And when a young girl sees a woman founder, a woman scientist, a woman who owns her voice, she doesn't think, can I? She thinks, when I? And that mindset shift is generational. Empowered women are more likely to invest in education, to support community initiatives, to mentor younger people, and to raise children of any gender who value equality. When women collaborate instead of compete, communities gain shared resources. They gain collective wisdom, emotional resilience, economic growth, and the ripple becomes structural, not just personal. Many women are conditioned, subtly or directly, to view each other as rivals, whether that's beauty standards, attention, validation, professional opportunities. And choosing collaboration is an act of healing. It says your light doesn't dim mine. When women model that mindset, younger generations are not inheriting the same insecurities, they inherit solidarity. And if women consistently uplift women today, young girls grow with higher confidence baselines. The boys grow up seeing women as leaders and collaborators. Workplaces normalise equality. Leadership pipelines become so balanced, and families operate with shared power dynamics. The next generation won't have to fight for space. They'll build on a foundation that's already expanded. That's legacy. Competition divides energy. Collaboration compounds it. One woman alone can change her life. A network of women can change systems. Empowerment spreads through mentorship, through visibility, through opportunity and sharing, and through intentional praise instead of silent comparison. It becomes culture. The bottom line is when women rise together, confidence becomes contagious. Opportunity becomes shared. Success becomes scalable. Future generations inherit strength instead of struggle. And that changes everything. I want to introduce you to our first guest of three. We have three incredible women joining us today. We have Diana Nash, who you're going to be hearing from now. Then we are hearing from Leanne Catherine, who is in the chat, and Fiona Ryan, who is also in the chat, both on TikTok. So those that are on the radio, have a listen. These are incredible women, and we're having a conversation. That's what this is all about. So the very first person that we are going to be listening to and hearing from is Diana Nash. Here we go. Okay, Diana, welcome. Welcome to, it's International Women's Day on Sunday. I know, right? So I wanted to get some incredible women together that I know, whose energy is amazing, who's very much about, collaborating with women, not competing, lifting women up, empowering women. So when we talk about this, when I said to you about doing this, you immediately came back with a massive capital letters yes. So why is it so important to you about empowering other women?
Oh, where do I begin? There's so many layers, and so much of this is also rooted in my journey, my story. So where am I being drawn to? Okay, let's go back in time. Boom. I started in the world as a performer, and I would be in auditions, and that environment is quite bitchy at times, and it's about, I need to be better than you, I need to look better than you, and the pressure of that on me, on my nervous system, on my self-esteem, on my belief in my gifts and my talents. When you're constantly being knocked down, when you're being pitted against other people with how good you look. And I was told once that I couldn't get a part because I was too small. I wasn't the right size, so I wouldn't fit the costume. And so all of these little things just add so many chinks in our armor, in our beautiful, fragile energy that how we're showing up at that young age, and how we're learning to navigate the world ourselves. And what we really need, and if I could give that gift, which is why I love doing the work I do, it's about actually creating those spaces where people feel that they're welcome, regardless of what they look like, regardless of, all the different things about them. And this is why I feel I really needed to tell you that part, so that you have an understanding of showing up in a world where there are many challenges is hard enough. And if you're doing that and competing against other people it can feel very lonely.
Mm.
And it wasn't until about 6 years ago that I discovered such an amazing group of women who were non-judgmental, who I could say exactly what I felt in the moment and would be received with love and compassion and understanding, regardless of if they didn't like what I said or it didn't feel true for them. My voice was heard and it was honored. And so I think when we're standing up as women, especially when we have big soul-led dreams and visions to bring to the world, the more we can stand together shoulder to shoulder and create that sisterhood, that network where we are loved and held and nurtured and celebrated, it makes the journey easier. And the more we celebrate each other, actually, your wins become my wins become your wins. And that just spreads out. Like, the ripple effect of that is incredible.
Oh, absolutely. And while I was listening to you, I could just imagine, my niece is 8, and I think she's in the industry, she's a dancer, so, she loves to dance. And I can just imagine how impactful what you would have gone through, because, especially like you said, certain industries, it could be quite rife, I can imagine. And the difference when you are honoured, encouraged, and people shout for you, I can imagine would have been absolutely huge. And like you said, the difference is massive. So if we can begin to sort of remind everybody and just say, look, let's just look at what it can look like if girls, women are heard. We are incredible beings. We have that ability to do the nurture, but we also have the ability to be a force. And it's about being able to work with others, to collaborate with others, to empower others, because we are all beautifully unique. There is no other. Like every single woman, young girl who is listening to this, there are no other people like you. Anywhere in the world, there might be somebody who might be funny like you are, or can dance like a little bit like you, but there's nobody that has that essence of you completely. And this is where we talk about being unapologetic, owning who you are, and the importance of understanding that within ourselves, so that we are not feeling like we're competing with others or comparing ourselves with others. Changes everything.
Because there's so much conditioning already in the world, right? Women are expected to show up in a certain way and be a certain thing and have this trajectory, and that is shifting. That has been shifting. But this is why it's so important to say, hey, what do I want? Who am I? What lights me up?
Yeah.
And really start to honor those, even in the smallest ways. If you are somebody who's, finding yourself feeling a little bit stuck right now, it's about stopping and saying, where have I allowed myself to wear this mask? Like, where have I allowed myself to fall into this pattern, this routine, this expectation? Who is it that is dependent on me being this way? And actually, is that something I'm willing to do anymore? We're so programmed to sacrifice ourselves for others. And we're here today to say, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be that way. You can still fulfill all the things you need to fulfill in your life. And what is the and for you? What is the cherry on the top? What is the thing that makes you close your eyes and feel so delicious? That's the thing. You can have that too.
Yeah. And we talk about the masking and the labels and things like that. And there's a lot of people that I know I was one that I masked for so long. I didn't even know who Lisa was. I had no idea. So I had to do that compassionate curiosity to find out what I liked, what lit me up, who did I love being around, what did I love doing, what calmed me, what excited me, all of these different things. And if we're so used to, I was settling for a life. I was dulling myself down. I'd stopped shining my light as brightly as I knew it could be because I was too worried that it was getting in the eyes of others. And it's like, whoa, hang on a second, girlfriend. Now I'm like, you put sunglasses on, do whatever you need to do because I'm shining, and that's it. But that, when we're first looking at this, when we're first unmasking, when we're first getting curious, it can feel really uncomfortable. Please know you're not alone. Please know that there is support. Please know that there are other women that value you, that want you to be seen, want you to be heard, and will honour you so that you stop abandoning you.
And also, we forget the medicine in each other.
Yeah.
There is so much medicine in each other. My throat is just absolutely lit up as I say this because whenever I hold spaces or I've run retreats, you see these groups, and it has been for women that I've run these retreats. You see these women come together and they allow themselves to share in this moment a real truth for them that, I mean, a lot of the time they've never said to anybody else. It's been something that's been so ingrained in them and silenced, and there's all the emotions and the shame around this thing that they're feeling. And they get to a point where they go, this is my truth, and it falls out of their mouth. And when it is received in that way, you just see that, it's like their shoulders go down, and it's that permission piece, but not just for them.
Yeah.
It's the permission piece then for the other women to say, oh my God, I felt like this, or, just to share their truth. So the more we can lean into those spaces and places and the people that feel like those beautiful anchors of home, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about building each other up. It's also about being those beautiful reflections to one another and knowing that your truth is the medicine and the permission piece for somebody that often you don't even know it until you share that. That is exactly what that other person needed. So never underestimate when you're being called to do something. There's always a reason, even if you can't see it at the time. There's always a reason, and your words could just be the medicine somebody needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And once we start to speak, it does feel like a weight lifts. There are so many women that have so many different things held within them, whether that's secret. Mine was shame. I had guilt and shame like everywhere. It was impacting my physical health. It was keeping a glass ceiling on what I felt I was capable of doing. And once I started to release that, once I started to go, okay, I've said that and I'm still alive. I've still got people around. Okay, this is cool. Okay, this is fine. Because I had big trust issues. So for me, I had to start to learn to trust myself, to not either keep it in or speak it out too much. So I was like, right, okay, cool. Okay, I'm now starting to trust myself. Right, okay. And you have your people that you can just say something once you start. I don't know about you, Diana, but I just felt lighter.
Yeah.
It was as if the shame had weighed me down. And it was massive.
That's what keeps shame so heavy, though, isn't it? Because it's so hidden. And once we start to actually say the words and the things and we realise the world didn't explode, it's like, okay, I can do this. And it's those little pieces. It's those little moments. It's not about sharing your deepest truth with everybody, because everybody will not be a safe anchor and harbour for you. So find a safe harbour and anchor and use that. And I also want to say, if you're somebody listening, you're like, well, I'm not at the beginning of my journey. Well, actually, these things that we're talking about, these layers of uncovering, are always happening at different stages of our life. No matter how much self-development work you've done, no matter how much healing work you've done, no matter how much mindset work you've done, there's always going to come a time when your being, are ready to expand and evolve again. And there will be new edges of growth that you're going to meet. There'll be new things that maybe will come back. Maybe they need a deeper look because you're ready to see something else. So, this expansion of you, this empowerment of you, is having the courage and the compassion of you to go there, to look, to know that you are here for big things. So it's not about settling. It's about, okay, I'm ready. I'm at another growth edge. And this means I get to expand again. This means I get to be more. This means I get to take up more space. I get to share my voice even more to more people. I get to have more impact. So this is a journey of ever evolving.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And that's so true, isn't it? Every time that we are sort of expanding or building that vulnerability muscle, that growth muscle, it is like we're going up to another level.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, there is going to be that level of uncomfortableness because there's going to be things that you've never done before. I've never been on the radio. I've never had a radio show. I can chat, as you probably gathered. No jokes from the cheap seats. I can pick it up, But I've been a speaker. I've done different things, and I'm happy to share my voice. But this is live radio, so now I'm like fine. But when I first started, I had to do that, getting used to it. I had to just get comfortable with it. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. And nervous system was a bit like, ooh, okay, this is new. But now it's even though it's live, it's something that is very comfortable for me now. So it is about understanding that, yes, it will feel uncomfortable. Yes, it will. Your mind will go off doing one thing. Your body will do something else. That's growth. Remember that. Remember that this is growth. And, you're able to get through it. Just keep going through. And remember that, there are people that want to support you.
Yeah. And there's always layers to it.
Yeah.
So don't get thrown off if you're like, oh, why am I meeting this thing again? Great. Welcome that with open arms, because that means, wow, I'm ready to see an even deeper layer of this. Yeah. And maybe that's the last time you might revisit it. Maybe it's not. So let's not put meaning or judgment on things. Let's meet ourselves with that same beautiful love and compassion you would give to somebody who you would move mountains for, somebody who you have such deep love for. Let's give that to ourselves. Let's almost be a little parent to ourselves and give ourselves everything that we need to feel safe and secure, to go out and do the things that are lighting us up, to do the things that are going to have the impact that we are here to have.
Yeah, I love that. And it's going to be different for everyone. Please remember that what one person does isn't what you need to do. It's you do you, meet yourself where you're at, and be really curious and explore. Look at different things that you might have used to do, and you thought, I haven't done that for ages, that would be amazing. Or actually, I'd really love to try this thing. Because it's such a beautiful thing to do. And once you do it and you're like, why was I so worried? Mm-hmm. I'd built up this and we get anticipatory stress. So we worry about something that's coming up that hasn't even happened, which then creates more cortisol going around the body. So look at it from the perspective, like Diana said, no judgment, no pressure. Just go in there with this, explore head on and be curious about different things, because it's really empowering way of looking at how you might want to grow and how you might want to do things. I love that. So we wanted to share something as well, because we've started collaborating as well. This is, we've met. How many times had we met before we went, do you know what? We need to work together because our energy is absolutely incredible.
Twice.
We'd met twice, hadn't we? Yeah, that's right. And we knew from the first time. I knew that I'd work with you from the first time. And the second time we met, we went, that's it. We've got to do this. And you see, we're going to be doing things. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give too much away. There's lots of gorgeous stuff coming from Diana and I. And we've got a retreat in October. We will share about that because it's epic. It's epic. First week in October, isn't it? 1st to the 4th of October.
1st to the 4th?
Yes, we're doing a women-only retreat, and it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Diana, do you want to share a bit about, the different things that we're going to be looking at?
Yeah, so Lisa and I, what works so beautifully with us is we both are really passionate about the same thing, but we have different lenses and modalities and tools to help you see that. So we are really passionate about those women out there who are here with big dreams, big visions, have gifts that are here to heal the world and make big changes. But there's stuff getting in the way of you showing up and expressing yourself, who you are, your gifts. And so what we love to do is to help you peel back the layers and come back home to, who am I? Where is my core? Okay, what's the layers and the stories that are built up around that aren't true? And where is my joy? Where is my freedom? Where is my voice? Where is my expression? Let me bring that out into the world. So in this retreat, we're going to be bringing lots of different modalities to bring you back to your core and to almost remember. It's a remembrance of who you are, what you're here to do, to help you to see the things that have been clouding unconsciously. Because remember, we store things in our physical cells, within our body, within our beings. Every experience that we have anchors something in us that we often forget and move on from, but your body doesn't. And so sometimes when you're meeting barriers and challenges in moving forwards, it's because these little things are being activated, but you can't see them. Well, Lisa and I have a beautiful gift of being able to see people so clearly, to feel them so clearly, and to lead them so clearly and beautifully back home. And that's what we're going to be doing.
I really don't need to say anything else. So if you think to yourself, do you know what, that sounds amazing. It's the 1st to the 4th of October. It's obviously in person. It's a beautiful venue, absolutely stunning venue. And we would love you to get in touch. If this sounds like something that you would love more information on, please get in touch. You can contact me at lisa@purepotential.global, and you can contact Diana at
diana@diananash.co.uk.
Amazing. So, and, I'm live on TikTok, and also Diana is on TikTok. Contact us if you want more information. It's going to be incredible. And the final message, Diana, for anybody who's listening, and if you're somebody who knows women that would benefit from this, let them know that the replay is on Sunday 4 till 6 p.m. and Monday 4 till 6 p.m. both UK time. So if you know anybody that would really benefit from listening to the women that are on this show today, please remember that there is a replay. So Diana, what is your parting message to women and girls out there? I know I've just dropped that on you.
I know, I love that, but you know me, I like to just breathe into that and see what words want to come.
Yeah,
I think it's to honor always who you know yourself to be, beyond the lens of what you've been told or what you will be told. Always come back home to the truth of who you are, and you'll know that by what feels good in your body, what feels good in your soul. Always follow that. Let your inner voice guide your outer voice, and you'll always find your way home.
And with that, Diana, thank you. As always, it's a joy. And no doubt we will be back on the show very soon. And we'll have our regular snippets of Unapologetic every session. So thank you, my darling, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
What a brilliant interview with the amazing Diana Nash. Now, Diana's song that she chose was one of my favourite artists. It's a bit of Shaka Khan, and I'm Every Woman. What a brilliant tune there, chosen by Diana Nash. And we are celebrating International Women's Day. That is on Sunday. So this is the closest show. We are celebrating all the girls, all the women, and reminding you how incredibly, incredibly amazing you are. I'd like to do a special shout out to Sophia McDonald, to Nia and to Evie. 3 young girls and soon to be young women who are incredible. And if there are any other young girls or young women that you'd like a shout out for, put them in the chat for me. That is who I know is listening. So a huge, huge hello. And you remember, girls, you are incredible. Okay, now we have got here a song. We've got 2 songs, and then we have Leanne Catherine's interview, which is going to be incredible. So the next song goes out to all the mamas. And I want to dedicate this song to my mum, who is just absolutely incredible, always there, and just, I love you dearly, Mum. I know you're listening. And this goes out to all you mamas, okay? Have a listen. And you don't have to have...
To all my beautiful mamas out there.
Remember that, okay?
We see you, baby. The ones who hold it together, even when you fall apart in the dark. The ones who smile for the kids while you silently pray for yourself. You ain't weak, you're warrior made. And I just want to remind you of something. You woke up tired, heart heavy, but you still move. Packed the lunches, did the hair, like you always do. You ain't cried in weeks, cause you ain't had time. And you ain't heard thank you in a real long time. But I see the strength in the way you try. Even when your world ain't treating you right, you carry them babies and still carry shame. But baby, you are not the one to blame. You're a good mama, don't ever doubt it. Even when you feel forgotten or crowded, you keep pushing when no one cheers you on. Girl, you're the light when everything feels gone. So if nobody's told you today, I just wanna say you're doing okay. You sing, you loved, and you matter too. We see you, mama. We see you. You gave up your dreams to make room for theirs, and sometimes wonder if anybody cares. But look at them smile, look at how they shine. Got your love planted deep in their mind. And maybe he left, or maybe he stayed, but either way, you made a way. Wiping tears at night, hiding pain so well. But baby, who's checking on you while you have? You're a good mama, don't you forget it. Even if the world ain't seen it yet, you keep pushing when no one cheers you on. Still fighting battles when the strength is gone. So if nobody's told you today, let me be the one to say you're doing okay. You sing, you loved, and you matter too. We see you, mama. We see you, sis. Don't you quit, don't you fold. I know it's hard, I know it gets cold, but those babies, they're watching you rise in your story. That's where their strength lies. Take a breath, wipe your face, and remember, you got grace. You're a good mama in every way. Even when you feel like you're not okay, you're not alone. Even in the fight, your love been holding up the light. So from one woman to another, true. We see you, mama. We love you.
What a beautiful, beautiful song. And that's dedicated to all the mums out there. And you can be a mum in many different capacities. I have no children, but I'm very much a mother. So this goes out to everybody who, yeah, you're incredible. You're incredible. We have one more song, and we have the amazing Leanne Catherine joining us. So this next song is by Soul Vibe Manifest. And this song really does just focus on that idea about, you know, when people want to pursue their goals and dreams even, I promise it is water, I promise. And this is about pursuing those without waiting for approval. And it's not about seeking validation from society or anybody else. It's about following your sense and your inner calling. And this really does talk about that inner work coming from passion and belief in ourselves rather than anywhere else. This is called I Work for Purpose, Not Permission, and it's Soul Vibe Manifest. Here we go.
I don't wait to be chosen. I don't need their approval. I work for purpose, not permission. I don't clock in to play it safe. I was born to rise, born to create. Soul-led moves and divine decisions. This ain't a job, it's a mission. My calling is not up for debate. My value is not determined by titles or tags. I work for the vision inside me because I trust it. I move with vision, not just hustle. I built this lane, broke out the bubble. No one owns me. I'm my own brand, aligned with source. I understand. I don't shrink to fit their system. I expand to fit my soul. Every move I make is legacy. Every note I get protects my energy. This is sacred. This is divine. I work for purpose. The power is mine. Oh, I work for purpose, not permission.
More music, more variety. This is your favorite radio station. Dreamcatcher Radio.
And a huge welcome to everybody joining me on Dreamcatcher Radio and live on TikTok. A huge welcome. Now, today, this is all about International Women's Day, which is on Sunday. And we've already heard from the incredible Diana Nash. And now we are going to be hearing from Leanne Catherine. She needs not much of an introduction, to be honest. She's pretty incredible. And I'm going to be sharing her genius, her thoughts and her amazing words now. And this is Leanne Catherine. I'll let her introduce herself. Here we go. And a huge welcome to somebody who I absolutely adore. Leanne Catherine is a guide around human design and human behavioural psychology.
Yay.
Welcome. How are you?
Thank you.
You
It's
well?
amazing to be here. I'm very good. I'm excited for this conversation. I love this.
I love it. So for those that aren't sure, exactly what that means and what you do, can you share so that people get to know the brilliance that you bring, please?
So basically, in a nutshell, I am absolutely obsessed with the human experience, right? And it started from a place of personal development, as it always does. And then it became a passion. And actually, I'm going to use the word obsession. So I love to help people understand the energetic and psychological implication of why we do what we do, okay? And how to understand that in a way that helps us stop doing the things that sabotage us, that, keep us stuck in cycles, keep us in those low vibe, toxic patterns and behaviors, and move into our highest potential. So that is it in a nutshell.
I love that. I absolutely love it. And something that I'm so absolutely passionate about as well. So I love the fact we could probably talk for 2 hours, let alone 20 minutes.
24 hours, Lisa. Let's do a 24-hour-a-thon.
Can you imagine? We could do that.
We could.
We'll be like, right, let's go.
Yeah.
And the topic this is all about International Women's Day. It's about empowering women.
Yes.
And the topic that you mentioned to me that you'd love to speak about is one that is so prevalent and so impactful. So in not so much in a positive way. And we want to talk about when unhealed women come together.
Yeah.
That can really have a real impact on people and with their projection and different things like that.
Yeah.
So what is it that specifically really the message that you want to get across with this? Because it's huge.
It is huge. And it's not so, it is negative, but it's also very positive and very empowering, because this is about the opportunity that is presented to us when women come together. Okay. And all women can relate to this, because when we come into a room with others, we immediately start that observation. Who's in the room? How do I feel? Who's making me feel this way? Why do I feel uneasy? We have all of these intrusive thoughts. And we can succumb to that and create a behavior and a belief and a story about that, or we can rise into the potential within that. Okay, so what I see and what I've observed in female groups, and I've been in a few, been kicked out of a few, definitely been in a few WhatsApp chats, also been in a lot of rooms where I've felt very uncomfortable as well. And I think, speaking from personal experience, when I used to feel uncomfortable around another woman, I used to immediately reject that person. Okay. And in the process of that, I was abandoning an aspect of myself in that moment. And I was blocking myself, and I was suppressing something about me. And I certainly wasn't opening up to the potential of asking myself, why do I feel weird in this dynamic? Like, what's going on inside of me? Because essentially that's what it's all about. And so what I was observing in these women's groups was just that, like people judging, projecting, like as soon as they felt uneasy in the space of another woman, it was like, it's them, it's not me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that then brings behaviours that then just has a massive ripple effect, doesn't it?
Yeah. 100%. And it's so damaging to us as women. Like I was in a coffee shop recently and this girl walked in, right? And granted, the weather wasn't warm, but she was rocking a really skimpy outfit. And I, thank God, now, like old me wouldn't have been this way, but I was like, wow, if I had a figure like that, I would be walking around in a bikini.
Yeah.
I was just like in admiration of like, you go girl, you know, you're working it. But there was two ladies sat next to me and they both said to each other, who does she think she is? Wow. Yeah. And I was like, the worlds collide. You know, when you have this like moment in your head, and I was like, that used to be me. You know, she's making them feel uncomfortable, so she's being rejected from the pack, the pack of women, you know, and the only way they can justify that, instead of saying, I'm jealous because you've got a banging body and I feel really frumpy sitting here with my oversized cardigan, instead it's like, who does she think she is?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with her. Like, God forbid a woman comes in confident, wearing whatever the hell she wants. Like, that is classic of what I see in women's groups.
Yeah, and it is massive, isn't it? And that's what this is all about. It's about collaboration over competition. It's about, you know,
and lifting each other up in the mess, in the process, and openness as well. Like, I love it. Still comes out messy, but I love to express my uncomfort, my discomfort in situations like that, because it's a way that helps me work through it. Like, this is not your problem, but because you know, are so confident, or you're winning at life, or whatever it is, I'm feeling really weird inside. And, you know, I'm going to go within. So I like to be very honest as and when it happens, and then either take myself out of the situation, work on myself, or be with it. And that happened this weekend. So this weekend I was at an amazing event with some fantastic women who are just visionaries, like really killing it in the business world. And I feel at the minute that like the pause button has been pressed, but actually there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's like a massive pivot taking place. And I was listening to all of these women share their wins, and I started to feel my throat tighten.
Right, okay.
And I was like, wow, this is so fascinating. I've still got inferiority around this. I've still got like a little story going on there. So I'm going to sit with that. And I did on the train home. I sat and I was like thinking about it on my notes app, on my phone. Yeah. Like, what could be the thought in my unconscious mind that is it didn't prevent me from celebrating the women, because I've evolved to that stage where I can sit with both. I can be uncomfortable, but also be happy for other women. But it's certainly not an experience that I want to carry into the next time I go into a room with loads of successful women.
Yeah, and that's huge, isn't it? And I want to go back to you know, when you said that you like to speak when there's discomfort. What I find is brilliant with that is that when you're able to do that, what it does for the other person is it probably then opens up that's why certain people might do the way they do that, because actually that somebody may not have even mentioned that to them and said, look, this isn't you. This is actually something inside of me. And for them, that could be massive light bulbs thinking, well, actually, I won't take that on as my shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
because they probably felt the talk, the whispers before, and kind of it doesn't just impact the person that's whispering. You know, quite rightly, as you've just said, it can make you think. And I think we both experienced that ourselves. I've certainly been like just out in the world doing my best thing, you know, living my best life, and then all of a sudden finding out there's WhatsApp chat groups about me, and I'm like, whoa, that's really like, why? I don't understand.
And I've had it where I've had people sort of say, oh, she's so outspoken, she's this and she's that. And it would come to me from somebody else. And the Lisa before I'd done the work I'd done would be, right, hang on a second, you know, what's going on? Whereas now I'm like, okay, that's okay. It doesn't impact at all. But it's really interesting to sit with and observe. I talk a lot with people and say to people, you know, sit and observe what's going on. It's not about brushing it aside. The more you can sit with it and look at it, the more the growth comes, you know, and it is about that, isn't it?
And it's that freedom, right? So when I think back at a time where I used to reject every woman that looked better than me, did better than me, spoke better than me, basically, I was just like, I had diminished myself to the point of just not even worthy to be in the world. Like that was the mindset.
Yeah.
So imagine feeling like you're not even worthy to be in the world, and you're feeling like just ugly, gross, like incompetent, like not even worth people's consideration. And then having to put myself in environments around women who were confident, who didn't have that. So my go-to was to reject them.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about them. Passive aggressive behavior. You know, smile through the side of my mouth kind of behavior.
Yeah.
And it feels dense. And it feels awful, and you don't feel proud, and you don't consciously think I'm not feeling proud in this moment, but you don't walk around with a sense of pride. And it actually reinforces that feeling. So the more that I was rejecting other women, the worse I was feeling about myself. So it's like it was totally counterintuitive. Whereas now, the more I take this radical reclamation for how I feel inside, the more expansive I feel, the lighter my shoulders feel. It's like this lightness, and also clarity up here as well. So when you are just responding to women around you in that projection state, it really takes you off course. So you'll struggle to create things, manifest, focus on the things that are really important, and you'll begin to fixate on all of the little minute bullying that goes on inside of our internal heads about ourselves, and then you're creating that as an effect of that. So then when you take that radical responsibility, and this is why I love being triggered, like I'm a sicko, I love being triggered because every time I get to break a cycle, it's like, come on, I want to walk in a room with supermodels. I want everyone who's winning way more than me to like come in and push their energy into my aura so I can be triggered. I can bring all of those thoughts into my conscious awareness and snip them. So I can continue being intentional and create the life I desire to experience, whilst also championing other women around me.
And that's huge, isn't it? And it's when we talk about, you know, the triggers and the teachings and all that gorgeous stuff, you know, it's when you first go to do that. So for people that are listening, you know, they might be, I don't know if I'm sitting comfortable with that. But that's the whole point. The whole point is to get comfortable with the uncomfortableness to the point where you actually look at it. I look now and go, oh, that's interesting. Okay, what's going on there?
Rather than identifying with it.
I separate it. I separate it. It's not, my worth has absolutely nothing. It's not connected to anything else other than who I am, you know, and it's interesting to look at it from the perspective of what is it that this is sharing with me? What is showing up here? Because a lot of people won't go there.
And you know, the thing is, right, your mind sometimes won't even let it go there. Because when I started to like try and pull myself out of the desert of like rejecting every woman that was even a minuscule better than me, I remember I'm laughing because I've got a visual. I remember a spiritual teacher, I think it might have been Gabby Bernstein, someone like that, saying that just like lie in a space, bring these people that you have disharmony with into your awareness and send them good vibes. And it was like a devil and an angel moment. So I'm lying there trying to be the good girl, trying to send them good vibes. But then the devil was like, yeah, but they're still an idiot. Yeah, but they're still a dickhead. Yeah. And then I moved on to Ho'oponopono, which is like, I love you. I'm sorry. And then my mind was like, what am I sorry for? Yeah. I forgive you. No, I really don't forgive you.
I'm laughing because I've done the same. I've done the same. And you're like,
so you've got to stay with it. You've got to stay with it. And the mind is developed for known behaviors. The mind loves to keep you in the cycle of known behavior. So if your known behavior is rejecting all women that basically intimidate you in any way, shape or form, and you try and stop that, you're going to have to go through the process. And I call it the wrestling with the brown bear process because it's like a psychological tension that feels unbearable until you win. Yeah. So it feels like you are wrestling with that brown bear, and I'm imagining myself lying there sending these good vibes to all these women that I'd created a lie around. Basically, they've made me feel this way, they've made me feel that way. You know, they didn't. I was feeling that way myself. They just held a mirror up to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, keep focusing on, do I want to continue feeling dreadful and inferior, or do I want to break the cycle?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And for those that are listening, because we've got not only people on the radio, but I'm also live streaming on TikTok, and we have a beautiful community. And I talk often about this. So what I love is the fact that we're having this conversation, which reinforces, in your gorgeous way of saying it, I love how honest you are. And I love how, by going through a journey, you can get to that point where you can look back and go, do you know what? I was a bit of a twat. That's my word.
With a capital T, Lisa.
I was a bit of a twat. You know, I did some stupid stuff, and I made, and I had to put things right. But do you know how freeing that is?
Yeah. And also, you can only do, no one wakes up and says, today I'm going to be a twat. Like, no one, right?
Absolutely.
We can only experience life with the conscious awareness that we have, right? So even though I was rejecting women because I felt inferior, that was that was me doing my best at that time.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that we don't judge that version of ourselves, because had I known then that I was just like projecting myself onto other people, then I would have stopped doing it.
Yeah. We can only meet ourselves with what we, where we're at, can't we? And it's
so I don't recognize her anymore, but actually she makes me laugh because she used to be the most passive aggressive, petty with a capital P.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am petty once a month. I think that's allowed. But she was petty every day.
Yeah.
But actually, there was like a resilience in that as well, because even though she used to get flawed and really intimidated by other women, she still carried on. Like, I still got up and carried on, even with all of that internal turmoil. So every single version of ourselves has to be like celebrated.
Absolutely. And it is really important, like you said, to understand that we're not the same person. And if people say, I'll never change, like, no, you've got to change. Everyone, it's really important. So it's understanding that we have different things that happen in our world to come and shine a light on, okay, let me look at this. So for people that are listening, what would you say would be a really good place to start with regards to creating positive change around our behaviours and being okay looking at that side of us, because it's so important?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's reflect on the last time. I mean, if you are the boldest and you're so sick of yourself and you're so sick of feeling inferior, my advice would be ring the person that triggers you to death and go and sit with them for as long as you can, right? And notice like what's coming up.
Yeah.
But if you are just like wanting to slowly edge into this, just remember, like, when was I last around women and how did I feel in that moment? Like, what was I judging in all of these other women? Because it's a mirror, right? So I was judging the confidence in others because I had a lack of confidence. I was judging the success in others because I had a lack of success. I was judging the worthiness and like the just the boldness in others because I was suppressing that in myself. So what we judge in others is what we actually desire to be let free within us.
Yeah. And that's huge, isn't it? It's huge. And once we look at it from that perspective, once we completely change the way we look at things, when that happens, it's like, right, okay, right, so that's what I'm feeling. How can I make that? How can I bring that now into my world? So you're changing the way that when things come up, you're not judging anything. You're looking at it going, brilliant, right, okay. Let me now look at this from a totally different viewpoint.
Yeah. And one thing I want to make clear, right, Lisa, is we cannot resonate with every single person.
Absolutely.
Right? And we shouldn't, because we are here, you know, I was talking about this to my 10-year-old daughter about resonance and why she finds it easier with some friends than others. Because that's how we are designed. Like, you know, human design is my thing. I'm a 2-4. You are a 6-2, aren't you?
Yeah.
So our profile energy is basically our radio frequency. It's our resonance. So I find it easier to talk to some people than I do to others. So I'm not here for everybody. So this isn't about being in a room where you are just nice to everybody, right? Because have boundaries. Gravitate towards the people that bring you joy always, and be around those that make you feel like the best version of yourself, right? What this is about is no longer excusing yourself and your projection of others and suppressing and basically pushing yourself into a deeper state of misalignment.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because you are reacting to what you think is coming from another person when actually it's coming inside of you. Yeah. So it's about using other women and people, like we're here to be in relation with others, to expand into your highest version. It's about using others to see yourself in your highest expression, but then also maintaining boundaries, maintaining your standards, having your values, and being unafraid to gravitate away from people that don't hold the same and gravitate towards people that do.
I love that. Can you believe that it's actually 20 minutes that we've been talking? It's like, you know, I've been watching the time to make sure, because I know that we could just chat, and I'm thinking, where has that time gone? But I want to say a huge thank you, because when we're able to say to other women, it's okay to have these thoughts, it's okay to have these feelings and behaviours, but make sure that you're actually recognising it, you're aware of it, and you're doing something about it, rather than repeating the same behaviour that has an impact on everybody else, including you and others. Actually look at it and go, do you know what? I really do want to look at this and what it's showing for me.
And let other women be medicine. Let other women be your medicine.
Yeah, I love that. There you go.
Thank you.
Leanne, thank you so much. And,
thank you.
And everybody, the brilliant thing is, Leanne and I are also about to record the radio interview where Leanne is going to be sharing some more brilliance and having a conversation about other things. So watch this space.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Lisa.
much.
Thank you.
What can I say? And a huge thank you to Leanne Catherine. And for those that are in TikTok, you can see there is a message pin there if you want to get your human design reading. Now, Leanne is back on the radio. We've got a whole show based around some really cool human design information. So that's coming in the next few weeks, which is awesome. And the song that Leanne has chosen is Shift to Abundance and Mirror to Magic. Here we go.
Reflection is a lesson. Every trigger is direction. I rise, I choose, I level up. I forgive for me, not for them. I choose peace again and again. When my heart feels heavy, I breathe and release. Cause letting go is what sets me free. If jealousy shows, I don't run away. I ask myself, what is it trying to say? What part of me is ready to grow? What power in me is asking to show? Every thought, every mood, every shift inside creates my truth. Nothing outside has control of choose to be? How is it that I always rise higher? How is it that blessings come lighter? How is it that everything works for me? I live in a world where I'm free. Yeah. How is it that abundance keeps flowing? How is it that my light keeps glowing? How is it that miracles follow my name every new day? My life I pray. Whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 oh. Every person I meet is a mirror of me. They show the wounds, they show the peace, they show the parts I get to heal until my heart feels soft and real. When fear comes in, I talk with love, I choose my truth, I rise above. I ask myself gently, what do I need? What version of me am I choosing to be? Every moment is a chance to shift, a chance to grow, a chance to live. My mind, my energy, my destiny, all created from inside of me. How is it that I level up daily? How is it that each comes to save me? How is it that life keeps blessing my steps? Everything aligns when my heart resets. How is it that I am so lucky? How is it that love chooses me? How is it that everything feels just right? I live in a world made of light. Every question uplifts me, every answer upgrades me, every mirror transforms me. Eyes, eyes, eyes. I forgive, I reflect, I expand, I protect my peace, my mind, my energy. I choose the reality that chooses me.
Amazing. What a fantastic choice there by Leanne. Mirror to Magic by Shift to Abundance. We're going to go straight in. We've only got half an hour left. What's going on? It's gone so quick. So for those people on TikTok, just a reminder, there is an after show party, as there is every week. I will be staying on at 8 o'clock and we will be doing a request show until 9. So we have an incredible guest coming on now, Fiona Ryan. And for those that are on TikTok, Fiona is in the chat, Leanne Catherine is in the chat, and yeah, it's epic. So let's go straight into the amazing, amazing conversation that I had with Fiona Ryan. Here we go. Fiona, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Lisa.
I love it. I love it. Just so you know, everyone, we've been chatting for ages before because we can just chat for Britain. So it's a good job we've put 20 minutes on this, isn't it? Oh, brilliant. So when I spoke with you about doing this, I know that you are so, so passionate about empowering women, empowering everybody, but in particular about, you know, girls and women to really realise their potential and just be their absolute best selves. And it's really important. And I want to read, before we start, I want to read a quote that you've written that is on your poster, so people may or may not have seen it, but I'll share it. It says, I empower women by honouring their story, in grief, in growth, in reinvention. I hold space for women to heal and grow so we can rise together in the strength that has been there all along. Oh,
it's incredible, that, isn't it?
I love it. I love it. It's that been there all along. It's like it's in everything we need is inside of us.
Yeah, well, we don't recognise it, do we? Sometimes we just need a little shove in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking about the different areas that we wanted to speak about. And one thing really, you know, when we were talking about what directions, there are so many different areas we can speak about with this.
So many.
And we were like, where are we going to go with this? What feels right? And you mentioned about women carry so much.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I thought that was such a brilliant place to start.
Yeah.
So can you
Yeah,
remind me for the listeners?
Yeah, of course I can. Well, as women, Lisa, we all carry so much in life, don't we? Expectations, disappointment, betrayal, guilt, grief, and sometimes we carry resentment quietly as well. And they all damage us so much and we don't recognise that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've spoken many times about forgiveness, and we've spoke about, and it's interesting because people have such big opinions on forgiveness, whether it's right or wrong, or, you know, is that the right thing? Is it not the right thing? And I really do feel it's such a big topic. And I know it's something that you are so passionate about.
I am.
I really believe that that forgiveness is a really good topic for us to speak about.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So another point you made is the importance of understanding that forgiveness is, you know, a lot of people think forgiveness is a weakness.
Yeah, they do. And it's...
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, firstly, you know, it just from my own experience, when you look at things that have happened to you in life and you think that, you know, you holding that unforgiveness, is empowering you. You think that it's keeping you, or the person that has hurt you or miswronged or done whatever they've done to you in life, that keeps them in that place too. But they don't. They get on with their lives. They never think about you.
Yeah, exactly. And the only person staying stuck is you.
Yeah. You're stuck in the past. Because you're holding on to that. I'm not forgiving them. They don't deserve to be forgiven. And all of these excuses or reasons, and that keeps you there.
Yeah.
It keeps you in the past.
Yeah, exactly, which then impacts your present and the future. But also what it does is it can create real physical problems when we have that energy as well.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, you know, again, I'm speaking from experience. I know a lot of my illnesses in life, some of it came because of medical reasons, but some of it came because I held. It's a heavy weight to carry.
Yeah.
Unforgiveness.
Absolutely.
It's a heavy weight to carry. You just don't know the full, the full impact on your body.
Yeah,
the full extent of the impact on your body. So yeah, it's for me, I just know what came to my life when I came to forgiveness.
Yeah, I love that. And when we talk about forgiveness, we're not just talking about forgiving others. We're talking about that self-forgiveness piece as well, isn't it? That played such a massive part in my life, you know, after my partner's death, because of the circumstances. I know that self-forgiveness for me allowed me to release. It's like I was released from my own prison, but I had the key. You know, it's like I was in prison, but I had the key all along to get out. I just didn't use it.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, it empowers, it's empowering.
Yeah.
And it's not about being louder than others. It's not about being louder than anyone else. It's about being free. And that's a big word, isn't it? When it comes to life, free from the mental torture in your brain, free in your body, and that weight of carrying it. And forgiveness is, it's often the key that unlocks that freedom. Yeah. Just as you've just said.
I love how that just tied together there. That's, And I know. And it's like, I know for me, I had this sort of battle in my head, and I know that a lot of people, not you know, but especially women, especially if there's family and different things, because there are so many ramifications to many different actions, that it was like, you know, I was letting them off the hook, And it's like, no, because like you said earlier, they're getting on with life. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, but like one thing that happened to me, they probably didn't even give it another thought. Yet I was keeping myself locked in and kept myself. So effectively, in my opinion, please know this is just my opinion, it was like I was still being punished for something that I never did.
Yeah.
Because they're carrying on doing their thing, yet I was punishing myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect example for that. For me, is after a long-term relationship broke down, and they didn't give a hoot about me.
No.
Didn't give a hoot. Cracking on with life and getting on with it, and I was stuck in that bitterness, in that Yeah, well, look at them having a great time and all of that thing. But it kept me in that place. They weren't bothered. They were off, enjoying themselves, meeting new people.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was locked in my own space and really drowning from it, until I came to forgiveness, because they don't know that. You've come to that. I'm sorry if you can hear my bird, by the way.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Meet Patsy, everyone. If you can hear a bit of chirping going on in the background, it's not Fiona or I promise you. It is Patsy. She wants to be part of the interview. That's what it is.
She does.
Like, I'm not going to mess out. If you're chatting, girls, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, she's one of us. She's one of us.
Exactly.
I've lost my train of thought now where I was, but yeah, they don't know, do they? The person that has caused us harm, hurt us in any way, whatever it is, family member. When you choose to forgive, they don't know you've done that.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know that. So it's not for them.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It's for your heart. It's for your well-being. It's for your mind, and to get out of that space that you're drowning in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is so important, isn't it? And I must admit, I've got to share this because it is really funny. I had a bit of a funny tale with regards to forgiveness, because something happened, and it makes me chuckle every time I think about it. And there's many different ways that we can forgive, isn't there? There's many different ways, many different ways. But I'll tell a quick story, because it's just to, if there is anybody that's got a similar thing that they might want to do. I wrote a letter to this particular person, and they had created a lot of what's it in my life, right? That might involve the toilet, that type of what's it. I'm on the radio, so I'm just being a little bit careful. So what I did was I wrote this piece, and I kept it very lighthearted on a bit of toilet paper. And then I used it. And then I put it down the toilet, right? Because I was getting rid of it with the rest. It was the most cathartic thing ever. Because I just went,
brilliant.
I just went, okay, you can go. There you are. And I just watched it go and went, and goodbye. And it was like I'd written, got it out my head, but I'd also took the heaviness out of it, because it was heavy for me. I'd held on to this shit for God knows how long. And I looked back and went, what am I doing? So I just wrote this on toilet paper and went, blah, 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 and used the toilet paper accordingly, how you would use toilet paper, and then went, flush.
Wow.
And it was like, and I used the visualization of just flushing it. So forgiveness for me in that moment, yes, it was a big thing that happened, but the forgiveness piece doesn't have to be heavy. It can be whatever you want it to be. Nobody needs to know. Yeah, honestly, it was just the funniest.
Because it's also added a little bit of fun there, hasn't it?
Exactly, and it's
a little bit of fun to the heartache.
Yeah, and what it did for me in that moment was, like I said, it took the heaviness away. But what it did is it also, I laugh now. So whenever I think, I don't have, like, the memory isn't there, and I didn't do anything to get rid of it. I just went, okay, I'm done now. So every time I think about it, I think about the toilet.
You changed trauma.
Exactly. So So it's just it's really funny. I wanted to add that little bit because sometimes it's seen as such a big topic.
Yeah,
And
it's a
heavy
huge topic.
Yeah.
For me, I did do that, but I didn't make it as fun. I wish I'd have thought of that one.
Hey, if anything ever comes up, feel free, everyone. It's not copyrighted or trademarked.
I did it where I did write everything down and I put it in a fire.
Yeah,
I had a oh gosh, I can't even think of what they're called now, outside in the garden.
Oh, nice.
And I watched it burn.
Incinerator thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
You know, in terms of forgiveness, though, it kind of didn't lead me to forgiveness.
Right.
What led me to forgiveness was actually speaking those words out. I forgive you.
Yeah.
And literally bringing that up.
Yeah.
Or in words.
Yeah.
I know writing it down is great. I'm not saying that. But for me, that didn't give me full...
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Freedom.
And yeah.
It was when I actually... It was a beautiful moment, actually. I was walking down a canal and I was listening to a teaching by the incredible Joyce Meyer. And I was listening to this teaching, and in that story, I heard about a woman looking back and her being turned to salt. But in my taking of it, my heart had turned. My heart was hard. I wasn't letting anybody in. Nobody could get into Fiona's space at all. I didn't trust anybody. All stemmed from unforgiveness. But that day on the canal, the sun was shining, and I listened to them words, and I rewound, and I thought it. I've got a heart. My heart's hard.
Yeah.
It's turned to stone. My heart's turned to stone. And as soon as I looked up at the sky, and I just said, I forgive you.
Yeah.
And as from that minute, I felt it was a lift that I just can't even really put into words. I had such a bounce in my step for the next 5 miles I was walking. Yeah. I just had such a bounce because I'd come to some freedom.
Because it's like you'd unlocked the key that had kept you shackled, effectively.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And once I learned that, I was like, ooh, who else can I forgive? I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was. And I was going through a list of people that I needed. Some were harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some I couldn't come to on that day. But I began to write a list of who, what am I holding on to? What's causing this heaviness in my body and what's making me ill?
Yeah.
And then some days it would just be a thought that came, I need to forgive that. And I learned, Lisa, to forgive quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important. So, yeah, it's hard, but it's so, so important. Forgive quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And
don't let it fester.
Exactly. And one thing that I think is really important to talk about when we talk about forgiveness is remember that all of your emotions are valid. You've got every right to be angry. You've got every right to be, I won't say one of them because obviously I'm live on the radio, but you can imagine knowing me, you can imagine what I'm thinking. And it's like, you've got every right to be frustrated and angry and all of these things, right? It's important that you feel them because we can't release anything unless we feel it. So it's really important to feel it to then be able to go through that process. So that's really important to understand. We're not saying, just go, I forgive and that's it. No. We're saying go through the process. Well, I'm saying, I'll see if you agree, Fiona, is go through the emotions because that's really important.
Yeah.
And then be able to go, okay, I'm now done with this. I'm not going to allow this now to hold me back anymore. I'm not going to allow it to stop me living.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that what happened didn't happen.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that, the hurt isn't real.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean any of that. And you're not excusing anyone.
Absolutely.
because they're still getting on with their lives. You're not excusing it, but you are choosing to let it go and be where it belongs in the past.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
that's where it belongs, because, you know, we can't do anything about it. We can't actually change the act or what happened. We can't do anything.
No.
But when we actually do that, it brings the power back to us. We empower ourselves. There she goes again.
I love that.
We
Patsy
empower.
agrees, you see. Pats is like, yes, Fiona.
It's the word empower.
Yeah.
And when we choose to forgive, we empower ourselves.
Yeah. And it is about controlling the controllables and being able to say, actually, there's nothing I can do about that, but actually, I am responsible now for sorting this out and empowering myself to be able then to move forward and do the most incredible things. Because I know from my perspective, when I did it, I was like, I'm damned if they're going to stop me. Well, it was me that was stopping me. Let me actually be really clear. But let me reword that. I'm not going to allow an act that was done to me when there was nothing I could do about it. It was totally out of my control. Stop me from living in my most authentic way, which is what was happening. I was dulling myself down. I wasn't shining my light. I didn't feel that I had so much guilt and shame. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Guilt and shame is massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So forgiving yourself, it's so incredibly empowering.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we talk about forgiving yourself, what did that look like for you?
It stops the past dictating my present.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me. Because the past kept coming in on a daily basis. You know how many thoughts we have in a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thousands. 67 now.
60 to 70,000 minimum. Yeah.
Well, how many of them thoughts beat ourselves up?
Yeah.
You know, bring you back to situations that you got out of, or, you know, you just don't want to be reminded of it. But it happens, doesn't it? It's natural.
Yeah.
It's a natural part of how the brain works. And so, yeah, for me, it was letting go of the past and to stop looking back. You know, also it helped my relationships going forward, because I began to love, in a way, you know, just my friends and my family. I began to openly, is that the right word? I began to love.
Yeah, I love that.
That anybody, strangers.
Yeah. So you opened your heart and
completely.
Yeah.
Completely, because, you know, that's what it did for me.
I love that. And it's massive, isn't it? It's that, and it can feel, let's be really real about this. I know from my perspective, when I first started to allow people in, I was very much like you. As a kid, there was trust, abandonment, there was loads of stuff happened. And I was just like, no way you're getting anywhere near me, love, because this little heart of mine isn't going to get broken anymore. It's not going to happen. So you can do them. That's, I'm like, no. So everyone would just be, you know, I'd have like this distance. I'd have my arm out going, you'll see this, but that's it. And the moment you start to then open yourself up to, it's vulnerable, isn't it? It can be really vulnerable.
It really is, especially, you know, especially when you've been through all sorts, you know, your childhood, from your childhood through to your teenage years to your learning how to be an adult.
Oh, goodness.
I've still never grown up, but, you know.
No, don't do it. It's overrated.
But, you know, when you are giving, when you've been hurt and severely hurt by whomever, giving that piece of your heart again, it's a big risk, isn't it? But now I do it openly. Yeah. I do. And if I'm going to get, because I've learned to forgive quickly, I can openly give my heart, open book. I think, you know, I can openly do that now.
Yeah.
still protecting myself, but yeah, I can openly do that.
I love that. So we're at 20 minutes. This is what I mean. It's unreal. Yeah. So Fiona and I could quite easily sit and chat about this for quite a long time. But then the radio show will be over and everybody would have gone home and we're still sat talking about it. So Fiona, I want to say a massive thank you.
You're very welcome.
What I would say, and I'll see your thoughts on this, what I would say to anybody who, really wants to have a look at this topic, what I would suggest personally, this is my suggestion, is whatever you're going to do it in really small steps. Get yourself used to it. Your nervous system needs to be able to have a safety net. Please make sure that you are doing it. Speak to somebody, do it in tiny steps, but just have a look. Just have a look at where you're being impacted and where you may be able to make real positive change by looking at forgiveness. What would you like to say, Fiona?
Totally. I would just like to say this in that as well, is I have actually seen women transform when they realise that forgiveness is not a weakness. It's saying, I will not let this wound harden my heart. I will heal and I will grow and I will rise.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, there you are, everybody. This has been such a great chat, and it's something that is a topic that needs to be discussed more. So, Fiona, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, as always, Lisa. You're amazing.
Love it. So, everybody, Fiona Ryan is in the house, and Fiona will be on the show again. We've already spoken about it. But for now, Fiona, have a brilliant, brilliant rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.
You too, Lisa.
What an incredible, incredible interview. Now, we are at the end of the show. It has gone ridiculously quick. And I'm going to play Fiona's song as the last song of the night. Now, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's listened. A massive thank you to everybody watching on TikTok. You're incredible. Thank you to all the moderators. And I am going to be doing a monthly empowerment where I have a panel of people like this, where we have several different people coming on. Today's been about International Women's Day, but I am going to do it so that I have different people coming on once a month on one show, and it's all going to be about empowerment. I've got it in place. I'm getting it set up, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. We are going to be playing out with Fiona's choice of song. It's incredible. Listen to the words. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I'm celebrating all the women in the world. You are incredible. And to all the young girls, remember, you are beautifully unique. Be unapologetically you and keep shining your light. I'll see you next week. Here is Dear Diary from the Silent Partner. Here we go. Have a listen. Remember, I'm staying on 8 o'clock on TikTok for the after party.
Dear diary, tonight I write with shaking hands. Ink runs like the tears I never planned. I hear my past knock softly at my door. Whispers of the girl I was before. I try to hide her in yesterday's rain, but her shadow still knows my name. Every wrong turn carved into my skin. I wear the story of where I've been. If time could hear me, would it understand? I was just a child without a plan. I won't let yesterday decide my name. I am not the ashes, I am the flame. Every scar is proof I survived the fall. I'm still standing, still rising through it all. Hear me now, I'm breaking free at last. I am more than the weight of my past. Oh, to
mirror tells the truth. I see both the woman and the youth. Every scar is a sentence I can read. Every silence echoes what I need. I kept running but the past ran fast, building walls from memories that last. Still